I'm here portraying George Washington, the father of our country. I've been named George Washington by the Society of Martha Washington, and it's an honor to portray General Washington. We're here to talk about the history of the beginning of our country when General Washington was named to head the Continental Army. He headed the army and defeated the British, and then he was named president for 2 terms, the first president of the United States for 2 terms successfully. He then returned to Mount Vernon, his home which he loved, where he loved to hunt, where he loved to farm, where he loved to be with his horses.
We're here today at Leonel Dykes Elementary to give a living history presentation to the wonderful students. That way they can get a great appreciation for colonial times. They can learn about the characters, and we're in support of our illustrious General and President George Washington and his lovely wife Martha. And we're going to have a wonderful presentation today. The children are going to enjoy it, and we're going to give them an inspiration that they can take history and become good students and later on good civic leaders.
Our teachers preparing our students for our future doctors and nurses. We partnered up together to have this initiative and bring our community together with our parents so they can experience all the agencies and all the services that are out there in the community. We are very grateful to all the agencies that are here. There's over 50 agencies here present with a lot of different exhibits and services. We have from a doctor in here in the house, we have a nurse, we have caseworkers, vision checks, blood pressure checks. We also have a glucose. We have many exhibits here helping us out with this. To promote it, we want our parents, our families to come not only from here from Cigarroa, but from the whole community. This is very important. We believe that health is very important. For that reason, we are naming our event Todos Unidos for Health Improvement.
Y hoy entregamos una donación de 10 cajas de libros de texto gratuitos que envía la Secretaría de Educación Pública de México a lo que es el Distrito Escolar de Laredo, especialmente aquí en Alma Pierce Elementary. Y estos libros son gratuitos, son en español, son los que se utilizan en las escuelas en México. Y el objetivo del día de hoy pues fue traerlos y donarlos a los estudiantes y a las familias de Alma Pierce.
Today we're having our second and our last Secondary Menu Advisory Committee meeting, where students from all secondary schools in Laredo ISD that are representing each school of middle and high are taste testing various items that we could consider for next year's school menu. So we already had a meeting in the fall, this is our last meeting in the spring, and then we had the food expo. So when we gather all the surveys, whatever the students taste test based on preference, if we have over 80 to 85% of the items that they accept, then we consider them to put them in next year's school menu. Because here in Laredo ISD, we look at health and wellness, and we want to thank the school board members, Dr. Rios, for being champions in everything we do through the child nutrition program, cultivating champions through healthy eating. And it's so excited to know that the students are important to us because they're part of our menu planning process.
Today we are having our career day here at our school. This is a time where we are able to expose our students to different careers that we have in our community, and to let them know that they have options once they graduate from high school to be able to go into college and know what exactly they want to do in their future. We want to welcome all of our presenters to our career day this year, and we want to thank everybody for being part of this.
We're here at Dykes Elementary for Career Day, along with many other agencies and career opportunities, to give information to the students about different career choices that they can plan for in their near future. We're glad to be here to inform you guys and give you all the information you all like and need in order to make wise decisions and choices along your life to pursue a career that you'd like to achieve.
And today here we're at Census Ochoa, and we're conducting the Elementary Menu Advisory Committee, where a couple of students from each school were selected to partake in taste testing of the menu items that are going to be showcased in next year's menu. We have a couple of different items from new products that were showcased at our expo this past December, as well as some products that are brought in from the vendors. So there's going to be an opportunity for a lot of the kids to try the new items and select next year's menu.
Today we are very blessed and fortunate to have a wonderful event happening, our secondary science fair for all the high schools. We have all 4 high schools represented. We have students from all of the 4 high schools who did projects in animal and plant science, behavior and social science. They did in biochemistry and chemistry, and of course also biological, medical and health, and physics, engineering and computer science. So these kids did a lot of research, they did a lot of actual data collection, and today is a day where they get to stand in front of a panel of judges and defend their project and be able to express how they did their research and basically let the judges know that they are the best in that category, so that they can go into round 2 to compete for a chance to win a trip to Los Angeles, California, where the Regeneron Intel Science Fair is going to be happening. And of course, we're very excited for that because that student gets to compete in the International Science Fair. We would like to thank, of course, all of our actual community members for coming. We have people from Laredo College, TAMIU, the City of Laredo, and we have, of course, also people from Laredo Independent School District here. So we want to thank everyone for their support, for allowing and helping us to make this event possible and a huge success.
Today we welcome the Martha Washington Honor Society. Actually brings characters, George Washington, Martha Washington, and other presenters to talk about the history. As you know, in our campus or in all schools, we talk about the history. We talk about George Washington, but today we have him live. We have people representing George Washington, Martha Washington, and talking to our students about the way that they lived, that the people used to live back then. So it's nice. It's very, I'd like to thank the Society of Martha Washington for being here because it will enrich our students' life.
Today we have a committee of the Society of Martha Washington Sons and Daughters of Liberty. Today's program offers a unique opportunity to experience a living history lesson in our country's revolutionary and colonial periods. This group of individuals is comprised of the couple who is portraying George and Martha Washington at this year's festivities, along with members of the community who played the role of other historical figures that helped shape this great country in which we live.
We were invited today by Commissioner Cindy Liendo, who wanted to recognize the Martin High School cheerleaders for recently competing at the Red Line Southern Showdown in San Antonio, Texas. And the next day we also competed at the Texas State Open Cheer Nationals competition. In both of those competitions we garnered first place. At the Texas Southern Showdown we were able to compete in the non-tumbling division where we received first place, and then we received the overall school award, first place, competed against all the schools. We were the highest one, and then we had the highest ranking score in that whole entire competition. So we beat everybody at that competition. So it was very exciting for these cheerleaders to be recognized here at the county courthouse by County Commissioner Cindy Liendo.
It was a great honor to be recognized by the Webb County Commissioner for our hard work and dedication.
And today we happen to be here in this beautiful campus of Bruni Elementary, and we are here because our parents have been engaged into getting a very particular and powerful message regarding something that in our society is growing more and more often, and it affects the families in general. But our parents are gathered here today at this beautiful campus to be able to understand a little bit better. And this beautiful parental skill and development course that is being offered by the Parent and Family Engagement Program, it's precisely on Siempre en mi mente. This is the title of this presentation, of this course. And it's a two-class course. And today we have found the elements, there's 10 symptoms of understanding dementia to the level of Alzheimer's. And of course, we have some partnership that we've been able to acquire, and there are some members in our community that have done a great deal in trying to educate the community on that. We have partnership with them, and we're very grateful because they have been able to help us understand and view better and understanding the actual symptom of the Alzheimer's. It's incredible how in doing so, it brings peace in our mind, it brings peace in our hearts, understanding those loved ones that are going through this difficult time. And at the same time, it gives us an opportunity, like in class number 2, be able to help that very important person who becomes the caretaker, the caregiver, on this particular patient, this loved one of them. And here in this class, we're going to be able to understand that better. And it's incredible. The unity, the understanding, the aha, finally, so precise for our families. And it is another way of helping our families move forward and helping our families, especially when it comes to our kids, understanding grandpa, understanding grandma, and even so, understanding mom or perhaps dad, uncle, aunt. And this is good because now our children, our young people, have a better understanding of life and how, in their ways, with education, they can make our lives much easier and better.
Right now we're conducting a wellness fair. It's open to the public. It's wellness fair. We have multiple agencies. We have, to name a few, Driscoll, City of Laredo Health Department, City of Laredo Parks and Rec, SCAN, Area Health Education Center, Alzheimer's Association, and what we're trying to do is promote wellness throughout the community. This event, I said, is open to the public. Maybe the blood pressure checks, I know some of them may be hereditary and they may have some type of issues in the family as well. So we're just trying to make sure that they do get checked before so they can be there for their loved ones as well. And so they can be healthy and well to have a prosperous future. We do have agencies. We're grateful that they came in to take time out of their day, and again, we thank the agencies who are coming out. We welcome the parents, the district-wide. It is district-wide. We welcome everyone to come in and join this event.
We are doing the second round of our attendance challenge. What we did, for the 6 weeks, every student who had 97% attendance or higher gets to come watch a wrestling show, courtesy of 5-Star Wrestling.
Hey everybody, my name is Roxy and I am the youngest Diamonds Division champion in WWE Hall of Famer Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. Just like all of you, I had big dreams when I was little, but I had to study hard and work hard. I hope all of you all do exactly the same.
It is going to be a packed house. We're going to have 2 shows, a total of about 350 students in one show and about 280 in the other. We're talking more than, almost the entire campus is going to be here. It's going to be a great show. The purpose of all this is to boost our attendance because being at school daily is a big part of education. Students need to be here to get that education to achieve any kind of goal they want. So to try to boost that attendance and get things going and get these kids to want to come to school, we did this attendance challenge. So every student that had 97% attendance or higher gets to come watch this wrestling show.
And we'd like to congratulate all of you for being chosen as the Border Patrol's Youth of the Month recipients for the month of February.
From R&T Martin High School, Samantha Gonzalez. From Dr. Leonidas G. Cigarroa High School, Xiomara Oviendo. J.W. Nixon High School, Raúl Garza Jr. From Hector J. Garcia Early College High School, Myra Araceli Carrion.
Good morning to all of you, and I welcome you to our February Parent Academy meeting and training, because this morning we will have our deans of education, talk to you all about strategies and teach you strategies so you can use with your children as you prepare them for the upcoming testing. Okay, this is very important for all of you to go ahead and listen and take and practice those strategies. We gave you handouts, they have PowerPoints and everything. So you'll be able to use this. And I know a lot of you asked for this since last year. So that's why we asked the deans. You all enjoyed it last year when we had them do the strategies and give you, hints on how to help your children. So they prepared very good presentations for you all this morning.
Will you please help me in honoring and welcoming your new president, Veronica Castillon.
We are an army of diverse public relations practitioners, held firmly together in our goal and our mission to improve public education in Texas. And when I see all these TSPR brethren sitting before me, working towards the same goal, I feel privileged to serve as your president. And I'm so proud to be associated with all of you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Goyo Lopez. I'll serve as your Master of Ceremonies for today's ribbon cutting of the new Veterans Field. This has been a historic year for Laredo ISD. Our high school basketball teams are in the playoffs. The Martin Tigers boys basketball team crowned the district champions for 29-5A. So it's been a great year. And now we have this ceremony, this beautiful facility. And LISD is definitely the place to be.
The weather forecast for today is partly cloudy and a beautiful day. Those are the words that we hear often at KGNS TV, and we are very appreciative of his very reliable weather forecast that he does on a daily basis.
Mr. Burler, you are not only part of the Laredo community, you're part of our family. And a lot of their moms and dads have grown up with you. And so we are very, very thankful that you've taken an interest in our community and taken an interest in our schools.
Hello, we're students from Hector J. Garcia Early College, reminding you that Census 2020 is coming this spring.
The census counts everybody living in the United States to help determine how billions of dollars will be spent to help improve our communities.
Your response to Census is completely confidential. Census workers take a lifetime oath to protect your information.
So please make sure to respond to the census, because I count, you count,
we all count.
Today, the Laredo Independent School District has the distinct pleasure of honoring one of our very own employees, Mr. Fernando Pena, a veteran of the United States Army and a teacher at Milton Elementary School. Mr. Pena enlisted in the military in 1990 and served honorably for 4 years. He was trained as a tank gunner and was deployed to Iraq for 3 months during the first Gulf War. He tells us more about his responsibilities.
In a tanker, you have 4 positions. You have the driver, you have the loader, who is the one who loads the ammo into the tank. You have the tank commander who runs the tank, and you have the gunner. That's what I did, and we squeeze the trigger.
He was very young when he graduated from high school. He tells us why he decided to join the Army.
I was 16 years old my senior year. So I knew that I was going to be very immature to go to college. So I needed to grow up, and what better way than to go to the military, at the same time get some money for college, which is also that important. And that is one of the reasons that I wanted to grow up. I was too young, too immature when I graduated high school, so I wanted to grow up a little bit.
After he finished his time in the military, he came to Laredo to attend college at TAMIU. He comes from a family of teachers, so naturally he decided to pursue a career in teaching.
We work on top to bottom, right? Top to bottom. There you go, show me. Both my grandparents on my dad's side are teachers, retired teachers. Both his sisters are teachers. On my mom's side, well, my mom is a retired teacher. I have one sister who's a teacher, so teaching is all I know. It runs in my blood on both sides of the family. And how do you know which 17? Yeah, you put the little tally mark, right? Good job. See what I mean? Simple. That is real simple.
He has been teaching at Laredo ISD for the past 15 years and loves what he does so much that for the last couple of years, he has perfect attendance.
I started teaching at LISD in 2005 as a 4th grade teacher. I've also been a 2nd grade teacher, a music teacher, 1st grade, and now I teach pre-K 4 students. And I've been doing this this is my 3rd year teaching pre-K. And to this day, I haven't missed a day. I have had perfect attendance in 2.5 years, and it's very important to me. I mean, why would you want to call in when you have all these kids running around? Time flies with these kids because you're always busy with them. And this year is going to make it 3 years in a row without missing a day, God willing. I love it.
Thank you, Fernando Pena. LISD salutes you for your service to our country and for being an excellent teacher at Laredo ISD.
Hello, I'm Alberto Torres Jr., Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Laredo and your council member for District 4, reminding you about the importance of participating in the census. The results of the census help determine the amount of federal funding that our city receives. That money is used to build parks, roads, bridges, and other city infrastructure projects to better our community. Your response is completely confidential, and your participation is vital as we move forward to improve our city. So this spring, make sure you participate in the census because I count, you count, we all count.